But yeah, so I think I'd like to my own horn or anything, but just like I think what I thought is pretty accurate. It's definitely a lot closer than what like Doom Poster is saying. Like I think it is true. Like they just want to see Hololive crash and burn. I think is really all that they care about. You know. So that's just what I was thinking, because there actually wasn't that many people who talked about it. It was just Kiara, Ina, Gigi said something, Biwu said something, and Fuomoko said something. But I don't even think anyone in JP said anything, which is crazy. Because, like, it's Gura, so you would have thought, like, it would have been said a lot, but I think it's just because there's been so many at this point. That, and, like, I think people have already tested, like, who wants to be asked that, who doesn't, right? They've already kind of figured that out. So, that's probably why, I would guess. But yeah. It was kind of surprising that there wasn't that many who spoke about it. Yeah. From what Kiara said, though, what stuck out to me is that she said, like, when she was... Because I think she's, like, a little bit digging or just, like, you know, kind of picked up on stuff, right? And she noted that all of the reasons for leaving are different. There's no one, like, combined reason, right, for all of them to leave. So, like... Yeah, and I mean, I feel like it's fairly obvious with Gura, like, if you just listen to what she said immediately following why she left, because that's the problem. And I mean, I guess it is kind of Cover's fault, because I think they could, like, Gura said her reasoning, and it would have been fine. But people just stick onto the change in direction way too much, I think. And as Toa said in an earlier graduation, I don't remember who, but when someone brought that up, I was like, oh yeah, she did say that. I think Kanata was similar as well in saying that. Maybe it wasn't Toa, unless Toa also said it. I'm pretty sure it was Kanata who also was like, I don't even know, like, what it could be, right? And then Callie, like, it just seems like it's a catch-all term, right? It means, like, anything. So you shouldn't be paying attention, like, it's one of those things where you need to read in between the lines, but not even, like, really in between, just read context clues, man. Read the context clues, like how when you are trying to figure out, like, to define a word, right? You look at the context around it, and then maybe you can gather what the word means, right? That's what you need to do, I think, with these, because it's just, they're only gonna say change in direction or, like, disagreements with management. They're only gonna say that. So you need to look at, like, the full picture, you know? You need to look at everything around it. Because, yeah, I think Gura's is, like, it's stress. That's what hers was. It was immense stress, and it was... like, and I even saw from other people who said, like, she's talked about before of having so much anxiety and extra pressure from being, like, the top one, right? So yeah, I think that's just a much more simpler response and much more simpler answer. But yeah, obviously people are gonna, like, rage bait and, like, do that stuff for views, you know? Yeah, like, I think she's just leaving due to immense amount of stress. The only thing that did surprise me, though, is I saw Emil freaking, like, reply to Gura's, like, post, and I was like, wait, what? It was like, well, what are you doing here, moment? Like, in a good way, because, like, he gave words of encouragement to Gura. It was like, huh. Well, then. Because apparently he put her in one of his videos. I don't watch Emil's main channel stuff. I watch TRG stuff. I don't watch Emil's, like, Let's Plays. And yeah, I guess he put her in, like, one of them and didn't know who she was. So, like, yeah. Like, huh. That's interesting. Like, I would have expected Tom to do that, because Tom has actually replied to her, I think, Callie and Kiara. So I would have expected Tom to do that, but no, it was Emil that did that. I was like, wow. That's kind of surprising. But, like, yeah, no, and Emil said in that post, too, like, it is the best move for Gura to do. Like, I feel like people are still gonna be like, oh, how did they let, like, fumble her like that? It's like, she's been stressed out, like, the entire time she's been there. What do you think they were gonna have to do, man? Like, I don't think there was anything they could do. And I think just being in the corpo life, just in general, because there are some things you can't control, right? And I'm sure that would be a stressor right there, right? Like, maybe not necessarily a big one, but I'm sure, like, after a while it adds up. And I think Gura was like a big one. Xion, I think, was another one, right? I think Xion and Gura are actually leaving for... I feel like Gura's leaving for a mixture of like Aqua and Xion reasons. With like the stress, and then also like she just wants to be a little more low-key. The only downside, and like I'm kind of hoping it's not the case, but Gura is Gura, so like I don't know how low-key it's gonna get. Honestly, her best move would probably be to move to Twitch. Even though she like only knows YouTube streaming. So like she'd probably stay YouTube, but like honestly her best bet would be Twitch streaming if she wants to like still stream but have a smaller audience. But I don't know if that's gonna happen. Yeah, it was also why it was stupid to me when people were like, Gura, join V Shoujo. It's like, oh yeah, she's gonna leave one corpo to join another. And like, yeah, I get V Shoujo's a lot more like loose with the rules, but like still. Like, because also it puts her in a limelight as well, like a spotlight as well still. That she could just be the another face of another company, just with a different character, right? Like, and that doesn't fix her problem. She's just in the same scenario. It's like, yeah, she's definitely gonna stay indie, I think. I feel like it'd be crazy if she joined another, like agency. Like, that seems crazy to me. I think she just wants to stay indie, stay low-key, just have fun, you know? That's just what she wants to do. So like her joining another agency would be really stupid. And just stress her out all over again, you know? We have the same song and dance again, you know? Yeah, I think that was mostly what I'm talking about. Coefficient actually like said it pretty well. It was like, dang, he actually put that like extremely well. I will say, like, because he didn't necessarily like go straight to the oh, they went public, they sold their soul, which like, yeah, even if you look at Gura's, it's like, yeah, no, very clearly that was not why she left. Like, because a lot of stuff she's saying, and people made the connection back to Reflect, her original that was made in 2021, right? And cover went public in 2023. And I think at the time she was able to fight it, because I even noticed like towards the end there, like it said nothing is truly like, or what was the last line of Reflect? I forget. It's like nothing is ever truly good. Or like something good always has something bad or something. It's something like that. Like that line makes me think that like she got through it. At least at the time. But I think now like the bad has outweighed the good for her. Cause yeah, I think before that like the good outweighed the bad, but now the bad has outweighed the good. Right? It was like a pendulum where it swung one way and then swung to the other. I'm just gonna have to go find it in my playlist. Wait, did I pass it? I must have passed it. Right? Or am I stupid? Hang on. Wait, I might not have passed it yet. Yeah, okay, I didn't. Yeah, what was the last line of it? Yeah, that's all I want to look at. I could have just pulled this up on PC. Like, I didn't have to go through my playlist. I don't know why I was like, oh yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, so, like, I'm just looking at the last Greek line. Nothing bad is about something good. That's what it is. Yeah, so it didn't seem like... I already forgot the line. Jesus. There's nothing... Yeah, nothing bad is about something good. Actually, that can mean a lot of different things. But I think in the context of that, it's like all the stress was because of a good thing, right? I think that's what it was more referring to. Like she was able to phrase it more in a good like framing, right? She had a good framing of it, but I think it's gone on for too long now that it's too much for her. She can't go on like that anymore. I would say one of my favorite byproducts of her leaving is that Ame has also gained subs by proxy. Which, like, I didn't expect that, but okay. Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure she lost the 10k here, like, recently, so it's probably, like, only a few people. But it is still weird. Just like, wait, she went back up again. I just want to load these to make sure. I should start bookmarking tweets. There was one I was gonna pull in, but I don't remember their freaking like Twitter like name. Yeah, so it went down like 5 days ago. So like it probably wasn't that many people, but yeah, it is still weird. Just like, oh, okay. Yeah. I think that's one of my favorite byproducts of that. It's also going to take longer for Marin to hit, or pass Gura. Gura's going to have a longer reign than Roman Reigns as champion. I think she already does, to be fair. Because I think they actually both had like the most sub 2, or like Roman won the title and then Gura hit the most sub 2 Hall I member. I think actually like around the same time. I think Roman was like a month or two earlier, but yeah, it is funny how those kind of aligned. Because I think it was around her debut when Roman won the title, right? Roman Reigns. Long title reign. I just want to see when it started. Hang on. When did he win it? August 30th. That's what it was. So yeah, and Gura debuted September. I think it was only like 10 days later, right? When Gura debuted. That's crazy to think though that Roman won, like his championship reign started before there was a Gal Gura. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks later, Gura debuted, and then I think it was like her second month. I think she became most sub 2, right? Because I think she had 1 million at a month in, and yeah, she was the first one to hit it. So. And I think Corone literally was just about to hit it when Gura hit it, so yeah, that sucks. But yeah, Gura is probably gonna have a record that's, well, I don't know, I was gonna say never be broken, but Marin's up by a lot. Although Suisse is catching, I think Suisse will actually catch Marin probably before Gura, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, it was like 40 days later she hit 1 million. So it was like a month and almost a month and a third. Yeah, and I think ever since then, really, she's been the most sub 2 member. So, and a month and a third later would be, what, October? Yeah, it'd be like October 20th around there. October 23rd. So yeah, it's pretty nuts, dude. Yeah, I don't think she's streamed yet at all, which is like kind of a shame, like to do the whole, because like I get the stress thing, right? And like I don't want to rush her, but like I feel like she should have maybe given more time. I don't know if she's like been having problems with this, but I think she's also working on stuff, because yeah, she's not one to use Twitter often, so I would assume she's like working on stuff for that like last stream, or even like for like her PL, right? I could see that as well. But yeah. Also, yeah, I really do think the stock thing was just those owners being really stupid and being like, oh, their biggest asset's leaving, sell, like. Because I think the thing people don't realize is that a lot of rich people are just very dumb. Or at least from my experience, dude, they're like not very smart. And I feel like people forget that. Like, They like treat like all these rich people like they're like geniuses, and it's like no, no, they're not. They're very dumb. I guess that's what living in a capitalist society is like, huh? Yeah, no, they are very stupid. Yeah, obviously I started very late, right? I started at 8:30, which is like, it's like, yeah, I might as well stream this, right? Because I feel kind of bad if I didn't. Yeah, it was probably just to do this. Because I guess I could technically stream real late because I have 3 more days of this. I did wake up at 1 and I was like, oh, well, shoot. I also didn't realize, and for some reason I thought today was Thursday. I guess when I thought 4-day weekend, I was like, oh yeah, no, today's Thursday, but no, I have Monday off. I feel like this weekend is gonna fly by, actually, now I think about it. Even though a lot of these weekends like feel like they take a while. Also, when I get a job, I might stream Saturdays. I guess it depends on if I have Saturdays off, but that might be something I do. Start doing that. Yeah, Hello Russ is coming back. And it actually got moved up since people are leaving. Which, that's nice of them to do that. Yeah, it seems like the PvE stuff is just them hanging out. Which, like, to be fair, that is what Ark was basically too, and I'm sure they love, like, the fans love, like, the Ark stuff too, right? Because that's the thing with Hello GTA. I will say from, like, a viewer perspective, it's not an issue. They could just run it back and it'd be fine. I will say, though, from, like, a player perspective, I can definitely see, like, oh, well, it's just gonna be the same thing, right? Like, from the player side, because, like, I think a lot of people look at it from the viewer side, you know, because they're viewers. And they're like, oh yeah, no, like, we wouldn't care, that's great, dude, that's fine. But I think, yeah, from the player side, they're definitely gonna have to find ways to spice it up a bit, you know. And some of them have played a bunch, like Aki is one who's played a bunch, so like maybe she could find ways to add a little spice to it. But yeah, I mean, also there wasn't too many civilians, I think. Also, like, there was like Justice, except Liz, right? So it was all Justice. Sora and Azki, I think, technically were, but then they joined Cabaret, I think. I feel like there was like one more. Oh yeah, I guess Ame and Polka were journalists, but like there wasn't that many. There were like, oh, and Reine and Muna. Like, yeah, there were like 2 businesses owned by civilians. Like, they definitely could like expand on that, I think. Because yeah, there was a lot of police, and I guess somehow it wasn't enough. It's, you know, I mean, it is hard though, because like, obviously everybody's not going to be playing constantly. So yeah, I can definitely see it being like challenging to especially like balance stuff out, right? So obviously if a lot of the police don't show up, then like, yeah, that's not great. And like, yeah, it's not the most helpful. Or it's like the gang, right? Like, it's gonna be a pretty chill day then, you know? And I mean, I think usually, yeah, those were mostly like prep days. I think if like the gang or like, I forget who, but one member of the Baker family, I think because it was Corone that wasn't in it. So like Mio and like Louis set up like their side of it with like making drugs and stuff. It's like, yeah, you can like adapt to it, right? But yeah, it is like, I can see that being difficult. Again, like, still having to be fresh for like you to play also, right? Because I think with Minecraft you can do basically anything. Well, I do wish they do mods, but like, when I actually hear about like how Japan views mods, like I can see why they have never done mods. Because I was thinking of like, oh, a Galacticraft server would be cool. But I think it's a thing though. You just have to make like, you just have to say screw like all the hate you get from it and just keep doing it. That's the only way. Like, because yeah, there are I'm sure there's some bad mods, right? But like, I think for the most part, there's a lot of good mods, right? I will say they'd hate Gary's mod. Because that is like only mods, dude. That game works. That is like built off of mods. Yeah, like one of them just has to take a stand and be like, I don't care, right? And just do it. Another interesting thing I think though with idol culture is I've noticed, well, it might be because it's not like completely idol culture. It's still like streaming, right? But like, I know like Polka's like, oh, I still want to see like this shining an idol, and then like her chat is just like, no, like we wouldn't mind if you like had a child, or like I think we're married and had like a child or something. Because yeah, I guess the whole idea with that and idol culture is like you don't seem young. Which I'm gonna be honest, I feel like with some I'd be like, yeah, no, they aren't. And like you know, that's not a bad thing. It's just like, I guess that was why Myrene like kind of rejected it so early on, and then just kind of embraced it as people are like, oh yeah, no, like people actually like 30-year-olds, you know. And then she started embracing it and like accepting it more. But yeah, like it's fine to have some old people. Like if anything, I feel like that makes it more impressive then, right? When they do the stuff on stage, you know, like people would actually like praise you more for that stuff, you know. I will say though, people like Roboru though, he's very open about his age. He's like early 30s, isn't he? Or he's like going towards mid 30s, I think at this point. Man's very open about his age. Well, I think like people say like the Hall Stars especially, like they're very open about their ages, but although I think yeah, that's more of like it's sensitive for women, because yeah, I think it goes back to that idol thing though, right? Of like wanting to feel young, or like they get teased, you know, about their age and stuff, right? And yeah, people like Myrene have like, I think, taken that in stride, right? They've done it very well. But yeah, some people probably wouldn't be able to take it well. You just have to go from a place of empathy though. That's where like a lot of it starts. Shared ability, empathy. That's how a lot of change can start. Right? Taking like these gradual changes. Because like it always made me think about it too, right? With Miko being like, oh yeah, like it'll be dangerous for us to like we basically do stuff privately. Like that made me think, because like wrestling, right? Like kayfabe is basically non-existent at this point. Like, but obviously in like the 80s it like mattered a lot. You had people like Mr. Wrestling, right? Who was in a plane crash with Ric Flair, but Mr. Wrestling was a face, like a good guy, and Ric Flair was a heel or a bad guy, right? And just to prove that they weren't on the same plane, because rumors had it that they were on the same plane, he wrestled 2 weeks later in obviously plane crash condition, right? And wrestled like that. That's how big kayfabe was in wrestling. But like now, obviously, like yeah, people don't care, like at all. And like I don't think with like Hollow would get to that point, right? I think there's a little bit of a few members, because I think I've heard stories that like some of them will be there, but as long as you're like respectful about it, right? You can just have a conversation with them. So like yeah, I think we'd have to take a certain level of trust that'd have to be established before that would happen. And again, just also someone starting it, right? And then going from there. It's like there is a reason why a trendsetter is a thing, right? It's because it does take someone to enact change. But I will say also, like, these people like purists and stuff, and like about traditions, like even like the oldest traditions like naturally evolve. Like they will change, even like maybe if it's a little bit, but they still will change over time. And like I feel like people were like doing that with like VTubing, and it's just like, all right, buddy. But like yeah, you just have to learn, like realize, like traditions will change over time. They'll evolve over time. usually to be more inclusive. Because like, yeah, that's my main concern of Hollow going global, right? Is I think idol culture can still be kind of exclusive, right? So like, maybe if they can, it can evolve to be more, feel a little more inclusive. I say feel, right? Maybe it is inclusive, right? But it just doesn't feel that way, right? So you gotta change the vibes, you know? Good vibes. And yeah, like you obviously have to do it with people who are willing to do it with you. Like if it's a multi-person effort, right? That's just something you have to do. Because yeah, like that again, the stuff just takes time, you know. That's just how it is. I'm doing nice. Yeah, because like the thing is with a lot of these stuff, right? The way I see it is either you in the short term get a lot of hate, right? But like you will get a change out of it, right? You'll get a positive change out of it. Or with like, you know, if you are okay with how it is, right? You can stay in that comfort zone of the tradition. Because like I'm still in the belief of just like you should get rid of the negative parts of a tradition, right? Like you should work on making it more inclusive as possible. Like you shouldn't gatekeep it. And like I think that's being more respectful to the tradition, right? Is getting rid of the exclusive stuff, right? Like unless it's like a good thing to exclude, you know, like racist. Like that's fine, but like if it's like I feel like more of a toxic thing that you're just letting go in a tradition, like I think you should get rid of that. You shouldn't keep it. And like yeah, I guess in that way, like that's the thing you should exclude, you know, not what maybe that's potentially excluding, but exclude that idea, you know. Yeah. I am curious though of how many like chats though are actually like, at least on the JP side, 'cause I'm sure on like EN and ID like they don't care, right? But I wonder on the JP side how many like care if they were married or like had a family, yeah. So no, Louis and Polka's chats don't care. Actually, and to be fair, Marian's chat doesn't, as long as it's not them. I forgot about that. Yeah, Marian's chat does not care unless it's them, and then they're like, no. But they do want her to get married. I feel like that is also partly though, because I think it's like the energy you can give off, but also like your desires. Like I think with Louis, it's probably more the energy she has, and then with Marin, it's like her desires. Like she really wants a kid, you know. I think she wants 3, doesn't she? Isn't like a sister, and brother, right? The order of age. I think so. Yeah. I still don't think they're moving towards the idol direction, though. I really don't. And again, like I've talked about it before, and that was kind of what the whole thing before it was. But like, I really don't think it's a good. If they want to expand globally, they should probably actually move more away from the idol tag, at least in my opinion. because people like even on the outside, and I remember Ludwig going over it with when he was reacting Gura, like it's still like referenced idol culture. Like I get they're called an idol group and he wants to base off an idol group, like I get that, but I think if you want to expand it globally, I feel like I've screwed up every time I try to say expand globally, whatever. Like I think it's a bad idea to keep the idol tag, right? But like, yeah, I don't think they're moving more towards idol stuff. It's just they're getting bigger. So like, I think the idol stuff sticks out more, right? The company projects is more idol stuff, but like, I don't think they're getting more idol. Right? They're getting bigger on that regard, but that's it. Because like, I mean, I guess you can say like, look at them like transition. Like even then, I think the company puts money into like making their like 3D assets for streaming. I guess it's also for concerts, but like even like their 3Ds though, you kind of get paid for. I'm sure. I'm sure the first one does anyway. Yeah, like I don't know. I do feel like people are also like a little quick to jump off. Like, oh yeah, no, they're transitioning more to idol. Because again, also like even Suisse, who is one of the more idol ones, I don't know if she brought it up or if it was an idea floating around that room, but just like the idea in the applications to do, I'm here for like I'd rather do music stuff or I'd rather do streaming stuff. Like that still shows that they care about the streaming stuff. Like that stuff's not going away, and even then, from a business point, right? Like I think the best way to build IP is streaming. That is the best and easiest way to do it. Because like it's not like they want to make a game company or anything, right? Like at that point they can only get it off of music, which like I don't know how well that would blow up, right? But if you have people who like get to know them, right, from like streaming and stuff, and like have a good time, right, then you get those fans already, and then they'll look at the music, right? It's like even if like they were moving more towards an idol direction, like it wouldn't make any sense to me at all to like completely drop streaming, even from a business point. That makes zero sense. Well, and again, like also from a business point, like a lot of them would leave because I'm sure that's a lot of them love streaming. Pecora is one of them. But like yeah, a lot of them love streaming, so also you would just lose like half of your employees at least. It's like wow, that's not very smart. Like yeah, like I think people won't have to worry about the streaming thing at all. I really don't think that that'll be a problem. And again, like still like the main thing I think on Holostars, right, is like, are you good at games, right, or like a good streamer? Like it's not even about music. And to be fair, they only have like 6 pages worth of music. I mean, I think it's because also they've like barely had any resources directed towards them. I mean, freaking ID now is like having problem getting resources to make stuff, right? Like imagine what it is for the Holostars, you know? Because like they have like 9 times probably the number of subs freaking Holostars do, right? At least sub 2's Anya, right? At least sub 2 ID. Yeah, she still has 750,000, right? Altair is half of that. Right? And well, Anya's gotten a decent amount, right? Because she's gotten like 3 originals. Risu, I know though, has had issues, and she has 940,000 with like these like big events, right? So like yeah, imagine with the Holostars, like I think that's their main problem is they're just a lot smaller. I mean, I think also like the ideal world for Hollow as well, even from like a business point, is to really make it feel like Hololive and Holostars are under the same banner, because obviously right now they don't. And I don't think that's necessarily a problem with like the girls or anything. Maybe in JP a little bit, but even then, like some of them have tried, right? And also it's just so massive, right? Like there's like 80 of them, you know. So like they don't really need to expand their collab circle that much. I think that's why like Hollow Stars collabs outside of it, right, a lot, is because their collab circle within Hollow Stars is a lot smaller. Especially since I would guess most in Hollow Stars EN can't speak Japanese. I think it's only like Axel and Gerard, as far as I know, that can actually speak Japanese. So yeah, like their window is, or their circle is basically Hollow Stars EN. Right, which isn't massive, because there's Altair and Axel, right? And then how many was added to Tempest? Was it 4 also? Battle, Shinri, Flayon. There's another one. Who am I missing? Because it wasn't 3. I think they added 4. Shinri, Battle, Flayon. Why am I blanking? Haka? It was Haka. That's who it was. It was Haka. And then you have Gerard, Gold Bullet, Octavio, and Ruse. Was that like 10? You only have 9 other people to collab with, right? If you don't speak Japanese. So yeah, that's pretty small. So it makes sense if they collab outside a lot, you know? For their circle to be pretty small. Like I would like that barrier, because it just seemed like that ice wall kind of went back up since like 2023 when Vesper and Desmond left. Because yeah, they really were kind of like the two who were really like the bridge in between with like Hollow Salt, right? And even Band Vesper did a thing. Like they really seemed like they were more of a bridge, but yeah. I think that wall kind of reformed once they left, because I don't think there was like any collabs until Liz showed up. Yeah, like I think for like years straight there wasn't anything. Well, I guess with ID there was, with Gerard, and I guess I'm saying with EN. That's what I'm talking about, because yeah, ID obviously still collab with them. Yeah, I think I was talking more EN. I mean, even though because a lot of ID is very open to collab with Stars, right? And even then, like, there's only 9 of them. So yeah, that also doesn't add much more. I think it's like mostly Kobo, Zeta, Ali. Was Anya collab with them? I think she did. Did she? I can't remember if Anya did or not. No, there's at least 3 of them, right? I mean, Muna was with the like when they did the tournament, like the Worms tournament. Muna was a part of that. But yeah, that kind of seems like it's in its own like sphere. That Worms tournament. Yeah, it is just really unfortunate. But again, like that's something that just takes gradual change, right? I think with what's going on with like Liz collabing with them is like a great start. But yeah, like obviously it would have to be a little more, but you start with the gradual changes first, right? Obviously it'll be the smallest changes at first, and then as you go on, there'll be some pretty big changes, but for now you just kind of gotta sit there and wait, you know? Just keep doing the small changes, and then eventually something will come. It's like that domino, man. Like that first domino. Like, seems like the smallest move, but that'll then be what tips over everything else, you know? So, just gotta wait for it. I mean, yeah, again, like, they have to keep being consistent with it. It is kind of a shame, though, that Liz is, like... I mean, it makes sense why Liz doesn't stream often, but, like, she is the one collabing with Hollow Stars, and she doesn't stream as often. Well, she already was as well. She had that bit where she was collabing with Hollow Stars a decent amount. That was nice. Oh yeah, I hope he did it. Jesus. Good lord. I think Risu. No, it was Risu. When I was thinking of Anya, it was Risu. That's who it was, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Kyla hasn't really... I don't think Kyla has at all. Anya I don't think has. Maybe once. Same Risu though, I think she only did like once, and then Muna I think was only the tournament. Yeah. Because those shoutcasting from Desmond, like I think it was Vesper also, like was so funny though. Like that's the thing. It's just a shame that we haven't really had anything else with it. I think it's because like yeah, it seems like it's probably awkward if I were to guess. It's just because it's been gone for so long that like now it feels awkward. Right. And you gotta keep in mind also like they're all probably a bunch of introverts, so like reaching out to one another is real hard to do. Right? You take like the, you know, you're gonna have a little bit of hate, right, from not collabing, which like yeah, that's a mix of, that's another byproduct of this. I think that's why ID probably doesn't really have that community, is because like yeah, they just do it. Well, I say that for certainty, but I don't know that. So maybe there is some people in ID like that, but I would guess it's probably they're a lot more tolerant of it because it just happens. Yeah, like it's not easy. Like obviously it's a lot easier as the Hollister to do it, right? Because it's honestly probably more of a burden on the Hololive member. I do think though, like I would check in on them. Like I wouldn't care if the gender or language barrier. Just make sure they're doing all right, you know. I mean, so many of them had to like take a break and stuff due to like mental and like stress and stuff, you know. I would just make sure to have like a check-in, see how they're doing. Sure they're doing all right. Because like as much as I've like imagined me being like fine, like might be like ready for like the face of like Holostars or something like that, right? Like I don't think I am. Like when I'm actually like thinking about my mental, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't think my mental's in a good spot for that. Like it's kind of like Gura when she got thrust into it, right? Like that's what made me think now. Like, you know, I don't think I would be ready. To be fair though, with Holostars, I think it would take longer for that to develop. I mean, because yeah, I always forget how much more massive Hololive is than really any other VTuber. Like, it is crazy how massive they are. Like, they're so massive, I don't even know the other JP. Like, there's like Vispo, right? And Niji. But even then, like, I barely know those. And like, I could not tell you. Well, I think, isn't Hoshikawa Niji? And like Rosami's Niji? Like, yeah, like JP Niji, I think is more I was referring to. I think Hoshikawa is the only one I would know for certainty. And like, yeah, obviously I know like a lot of the ones who were a Niji and now are indie or Bishoujo. Thing is, like, I know Michiu is a part of Niji Sanji. I don't know who she was though. Because I don't think I saw any clips with her. Or like, if I did, it was like before I saw Michi. So I don't even know what she was, like her character was in Niji. I have no idea. Because I know Doki's, I know Mints. I know, God, I was gonna say it, her one Niji. What is it? Matara. There we go. Jesus. Like, I know all three of theirs, but I don't know Michi's. Actually don't know Koro's, but I think I did see a clip of it, like of his PL, like, or of him and Niji, but yeah, I don't remember it. I actually, you know what, I do know another Niji, JP Niji one, because Luna was in it. I don't know what her Niji was though. Which is also crazy too, because she debuted in Hollow in like 2019, right? It's like, how long was Luna in Niji? Like, it probably wasn't that long, right? Like, I assume it was like, here and there, like, Niji Sanji's been around for a while. Does this include former members? No, it says like all of them. It's virtual real. I don't even know what that one is. Yeah, no, it's Niji has a lot. They actually, it seems like they have more than Hollow. That's crazy. Oh, I've recognized Saku. Yeah, there's probably some that I'd recognize. Yeah, Mito is... Isn't she like the OG one? Or something? Oh, this is in complete Japanese. Okay. There's no translation here. Alright. I think it was her birthday, probably it was showing. Also, yeah, they just straight up have like dogs and other stuff. Dogs and like whatever Loon Loon is. Yeah, does it have? Yeah, no, it seems like they just aren't on the website anymore. Like the ones that aren't there anymore. Oh, I did see Scarlet Trinity. Did she leave? No, she hasn't. Yeah, okay. But she's still there. Yeah, no, there's a lot of them in Niji still. I did not realize there is that many. That's crazy. I don't even know what virtual real is either, but... Oh, is Hoshiko even on there? Am I just stupid? Yeah, no, there she is. Jesus. It's like... I feel like I just missed her. So yeah, it wouldn't include... That's crazy. Like, they don't even have, like, alumni or anything. They're just not there anymore. That's crazy. It's founded in 2018, so... Was Luna, like, the start of it, maybe? I wish I could see former. Yeah, I probably won't be able to know it. Yeah, they actually haven't. They didn't have that many people leave. It looks like on the EN side. I thought a bunch of them left. Yeah, that was like double digits, which I think it was, but yeah, no, they had that controversy happen, and I really thought they would have got hit a lot more with that, but yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Huh. But yeah, they gave no pictures on Wikipedia. Does it do it on Virtual Beach? Probably not, but... Okay, cool. Yay. Why do I need to pause an ad blocker on this? Great. It's a fan wiki. Why does it need a freaking ads? Alright, whatever. Yeah, I doubt this still has... It has former members listed, and like, I actually see them now. Oh, I assume it only has JP. They have a ton of people not there anymore either. How many people does these dudes have? It's crazy. Oh, you know what? I think Kuro was Mista. I think that was who Kuro was. Yeah, like, dude, that's nuts. But I will say something that Niji does really well is that like they never like their branches were the language. That was it. There was no Hollow Stars or like Hollow Live, like how they're different names. like Cover has done. They're just under the same branch, which I think, like, obviously looking at it now, right? You know, I don't think that would matter, but like when you first make it, right? I think that's what the problem is, and that makes it a lot harder to reach out, and it makes it feel like, yeah, they're like two different agencies, and I think sometimes they're even separated. All the Stars in the Hall Alive, so even though they're all technically co-workers of each other. Yeah, it's a shame. I hate Googling like this, but yeah, I spelled her name wrong. Yeah. This is her. Debut July 12th, 2018. Yeah, this she was. Oh, she was in Niji Sanji's second batch. Jesus. Huh. What's interesting though is I clicked on her as like Luna. Like what I looked up Luna and then Niji Sanji, and this was the first thing that popped up. I don't see Luna listed as on her page at all. Okay, well it did the 1 of 1 thing, but I don't see it highlighted. Yeah, like it doesn't have new in the list. That's interesting. Like, yeah, I assume Maru is her. You're immediately made unavailable? That's interesting. Huh. Oh, I didn't even know Rima made a video about them. Or I may have been recommended it, but yeah, I did not. Huh. I did not put them together. I did also see, and I think I pointed out, like, the dude who faked his, like, the DF2 player who faked his death. Right? I didn't even know he became a Niji Sanji member, apparently. Like, that's crazy. Yeah, it probably has Luna separately. Like, there's no way that... Oh no, she debuted in 2020. So yeah, it would have been like 6 months in between. But yeah, that's crazy. So yeah, it seemed like she was bullied really bad while in Niji. Okay, well my stream disconnected. That hasn't happened for a while. Wow, okay. I still have internet. That's interesting. Why did I just lose all of my... Alright. Okay. Might just have ended abruptly then. Okay. That's awesome. Well, to be fair, I think it's sometimes it's taken like 2 minutes. Yeah, okay, we're back. Cool. What's crazy actually is they made, yeah, this was made last year. It was like just over a year old at this point. This is talking about Luna hating a million. Yeah. So I guess she also got bullied from the other members. That sucks. Yeah, you know, I think you just move on, right? There's no point in like worrying about that. And also it's like probably very damaging. Oh, to be fair, they also put in, Rima put in quotes that they were bullied in the graduation. I might see this one then. Yeah. It's crazy. They actually show Luna a lot of times, so I think it's kind of understood. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, yeah, like the more you hear about like these stories, right? It's just, to me, like, I just respect these people so much, right? Like to have the mental fortitude to keep going, right? And just like have to deal with all of this. And like it might be just because like, why am I dropping, like, when does this upload? I have internet, I don't know what is happening. Anyway, but like maybe I've only seen this from VTubers because like this is really the only time I've seen, because like I don't understand why with like in regular YouTube like there's all these like, oh, look at these people crash and burn, but like there's never like a, oh, how they became successful. Like with that, but yeah, like I think that's why no YouTuber ones, because they actually make like a, oh, here's how they got to where they are today, right? Like all the struggles they've had to deal with to get where they are. And then yeah, with the other ones, just like, hey, look at all these stuff that made them freaking fall off a cliff. All right, man. Yeah, like the mental fortitude of a lot of these girls, I respect so much. Iron Mouse is another one, I think. Right, and Neanners, I think, was another one too. Like, just the amount of hate they get their way, right? And overcoming it, right? And I'm sure, like, their chat helps them out a lot, you know? But yeah, like, it is crazy. I don't know why I'm trying, like, the thing is, like, before, because, like, before I'm like, oh yeah, no, I don't know how I'm not dropping frames, but, like, now I'm at the point where, like, why am I dropping frames? Because, like, I have internet just fine. Like, that's what's weird. There should be, like, nothing different this time. I mean, if it drops frames, it's like, whatever. Because, like, you're just on the... There's nothing to be seen. But I guess it at least gives me a reason to output that 0. Gives me a reason to actually still be recording these now, because I think they actually record in the same exact quality that it's streamed, which sucks. I feel like I've looked at the settings and there's nothing I can do about that. That's just how it is. And it kind of sucks. Yeah, I don't think there's anything I can do about that. I really hope this is just a one-time thing. Right. I hope so. It was so steady before, man. I didn't even have to worry about it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I think I will probably end it soon. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I'll probably just end it. I'm surprised it went for an hour anyway. I think that's just like a rambling about other things towards the end there, but yeah. And that was the thing. Yeah, I'll probably adding. I should really work on my CloudBot again, because it's just not there anymore. It got rid of everything, because I guess for some reason it deleted the it deleted the account that had everything on it, and not the one that had everything saved to it. So that's cool. That's awesome, dude. I love that. That's chat box. That's the wrong thing. Yeah, I don't think I have anything here now. Yeah, nope, there's nothing here. Awesome. I mean, I guess at least on the bright side, like, I think that was the only thing I added, was the commands, basically. So, like, at least it's not, you know, anything crazy, but it does suck still, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna have to remake those. Which I had the schedule and VODs one, right? I think it was the only one I had. I might have like a, what was the follower timer or whatever? I might put that in there. But yeah, I think the other stuff, which I think that's already a template one, is the, yeah, follow age. There you go. Just whisper. Boom. All right, so I have a follow age at least. Actually, how does this work with me? No, it might not be updated yet, or again, it might not just work with me because I'm not followed. That's very possible. Yeah, I added that one. Yay. I guess the other one, like, the times I stream isn't that hard. I can just do that one. Actually, like, I might as well just do these now, because, like, when else am I gonna do them? I'd never do this stuff off stream. I think it's just because I forget, honestly. Upload defaults. Schedule. Actually, I'm gonna change it to... That's not an I, that's no. I think I spelled potentially right. So I guess I can see that one's like on there real quickly. Sweet. All right. I guess I don't really need the well, yeah. I was saying I don't need the, god dang it, the freaking VOD thing if it's on my about page, but technically I already have the schedule up, right? I think that's updated. Pretty sure. I look at it, it's updated. Sunday. It is not updated actually. Let me change that. Boom. Yep. There we go. Oh, that's how the whisper works? Okay, so it did work. Hang on, let me see then. Okay, this is not applicable. Got it. I didn't know that's how the whispers work. Oh yeah, maybe I do make it a chat. So I was not. I thought the whisper, it meant like it only showed you to you individually. That's why I did that. Yeah, maybe I do make it so it just shows up in chat. I mean, I think it works either way. Like, does it show your whispers like on desktop? Yeah, it does. I guess maybe on mobile would be difficult, but yeah. I think I'll just put the schedule there, you know. I already put it, but there you go. Yeah, so I'll do that. I do like counters. This is mean. No one. Alright, it won't let me make it. Okay. Yeah, alright. I had a few of them. I'm back. Should my alerts the same? I didn't even test that. I think they are though. Yeah, my alerts are the same. It's just the CloudBot stuff was reset, so that doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Yeah. I think Sunday I'll do stuff. I did notice though, I had like 3,000 impressions on my Gura stream. I was like, you know what? I should have made highlights of that, or like given my thoughts on it, dude. Because it would have freaking gone crazy. I think it's just because people immediately left because they're like, oh, this is a live stream. Because yeah, the average view duration is 7 seconds. Like, none of them watched it even remotely. Which is fine, because mine was just like, it was also speculation, but it was just from the other side. That's why I said like, Coefficient probably put it better. Honestly, after I saw his, I'm like, yeah, that was probably put a lot better than how I did it. Because for him, it really wasn't much speculation. And I feel like he put it really well. So, yeah. Because you just drive yourself crazy if you keep going with the speculation, you know? Well, I have 2 viewers. I think it's because of kind of Streamlabs now. Because it doesn't sometimes. Yeah. I've said I'm gonna end it like several times. I just haven't. I've just sat here. I think it's just like, man, I want to chat. Maybe I can see. Was my brother playing a game? No, he wasn't. He was just on. I do see another one I'm like equating to playing Roblox. Maybe I could like ask them if they want to play Roblox or something. My other friend, you know, just have a Roblox session. Be stupid, but I'd be down for it. 'Cause yeah, I really should just get past the point of like just, you know, stay in my comfort zone, not reaching out to people. Like I need to break that. Like I'm already at the point where it's just freaking annoying, man. Like I need to stop. I did tell the other person that I streamed, and they have not checked out my stream, so it's fine. But yeah, that I thought would be a real like changing moment, and yeah, no, it wasn't. I am more like serious streamer in all fairness, and I think they're for more goofs and gags. But I will talk about serious stuff a lot more, right? I mean, I've probably only had like 4 or 5 streams that have been actually like that since they've followed me. So when did I play Holocure in February? Was that when I was playing Holocure a bunch? I guess it was. Because looking in, I said that I followed 2 months ago already, so I didn't realize I played Holocure in that time. Oh, you know what? I do remember actually playing Holocure on stream immediately after that. Never mind. Like the stream after that. I remember it was like, oh, if they like come on here and watch, like it's gonna be, it's not gonna be a Holocure stream anymore. It's basically gonna be like showing people VTuber clips, which I think that could also be a cool thing to do, right? Is like introducing people to like Hololive. It would have to probably be Hololive because I don't watch anybody else, I don't think. I mean, I am just a dirty clip watcher. Honestly, that's just what I am. Like, if I'm catching streams, I'm catching like Ray streams and stuff like that. And I think it's just because, like, yeah, there's no clips of them. Whereas with like the other streams, I think the clips actually do kind of, in a way, make me just be like, all right, I got it, and just moving on. But like, yeah, no, they're streaming something like I think is interesting. I probably should like watch it. It's just I don't for some reason. And like, yeah, I also can just like watch multiple streams too either. Like I don't have to watch just one. Like, yeah, I don't know. The thing is, like, I've also looked on Twitch for people to like stream with, but I could be looking on YouTube. The only thing with YouTube though is like it's so hard to do that. I feel like it's a lot harder to do it. Like there is a live section, I think. Yeah, there is a live section, but I doubt it's the most helpful. Yeah, because it's gonna be like news and stuff as well. Like, there's no way they're gonna have people who, like, there's like one person streaming, right? And also the ones are, oh, there was gaming. I was gonna say there's not one for gaming at all. Yeah, no, there is. And sport with gambling, I guess, goes under that. Okay. Yeah, that's just straight up gambling, and it's under sports. Alright. Yeah, you could also do the like whole thing with like blank with viewers, but the problem with that is like I think you need viewers for that to even work in the first place. Like the fact that I have 0 people, like I can't really do the whole like with viewers bit. And like honestly, I wanted to switch to YouTube, but it's just like I screwed it up, was what I did. I just completely screwed it up. Because yeah, I could have linked my YouTube onto this like setup, but I messed it up. So now I basically have to have like remake my setup if I want to stream on YouTube now. So yeah, like it was my fault, but also I don't know why it's so like hard to like get rid of an account that you just made. Like it is ridiculously hard to do it. I guess it's just like in case you get hacked, right? And then they just remove it on like for you, but like I feel like the verification code is kind of unnecessary. I don't know. Yeah, I should really get it. I've somehow extended it 15 minutes. I don't know how I've done it, you know. How has he done it? Truly. Who can say? I feel like I'm gonna burp. Anyway, let me put it up a third time then. Oh god. Yeah. You know what? I think also with my friend, like I was thinking like I do need to get in the habit because they're going to like a school like kind of far. Not super far, but it's like a couple hour drive from where I live. And like obviously we're not gonna see each other. So we should start getting in the habit of like doing stuff like not at school. Like, that could be a good way of doing it. Now I'm not entirely sure that'll happen, but yeah. I will probably get out of here though. So yeah, I'll see you Sunday for maybe that or something else. I don't know. I feel like I've talked about Mario Sports Mix a lot and I just haven't done it. Well, to be fair, I think if the girl stuff didn't happen, I think I would have actually done it. But the girl stuff kind of derailed it. But now I think I've had 3, or this was kind of 2.5 basically, because I only spent like a half hour on it and then moved on. So like it was like 2.5 streams. So I think we're good. We got that out of the system. We can kind of go back to our regularly scheduled streams. I guess I will end on that though. Just like we are in an era of Hollow probably having a lot of people go in and out, so I'm probably gonna get derailed a lot. You know, we'll see. Or maybe I just don't turn into like full streams right whenever this stuff happens. Like I think that was the wrong with the Moonmate one. I just kept rambling even though I said everything I wanted to say. Like I just kept rambling and saying a bunch of nonsense. Like I don't even know what was going on there, man. But it was definitely for sure me just dragging it out. And yeah, like, and I repeat myself a lot, but I think that's also to help me like think through stuff. So that's why I repeat myself a lot. But because yeah, I wasn't aware. I think I repeat like the same things like three or 4 times in like second Gura stream. That is probably something I'm gonna have to learn as a streamer though. I do think it is still good to do though. Maybe just not like during the same stream, but you know, to keep bringing old stuff up because there could always be new people coming in who are just hearing stuff for the first time. So yeah, I think it's still like not that bad, but I do think I probably need to balance it out between like maybe saying like twice a stream, right? Like that's fine, but I think once you get to like 3 or 4, it's a bit much. So yeah, I probably should work on that, but yeah, I'll see you Sunday. Goodbye.